What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Serie A audio experience with
yeah.
IFTV. Second round of Serie A action
It's completed.
Is over.
Yeah.
The second round has gone quick. What's hilarious to me is that so much has changed. So many of our opinions I feel like have changed since the start of the season, and we're only the second week in. There's so many different storylines, upsets, the massive amounts of goals. And what really made me laugh is that today I was on Twitter and I saw your video when you said Lazio was going to finish in second. And the comments on it were so bad about you. Like, what's wrong with Gaetano? He thinks Lazio is going to do this good this season.
Is he drunk? That was me. That one was from me.
And
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Today, one of the Lazio fans put, Gaetano's the only one who has a clue. They're in first place. You saw something in this Lazio?
Well, I said it when we did the standings. I mean, they got the best midfield. I know that during the season, Immobile will score goals. He doesn't do it in the national team, but on the championship level, is very, very good. I mean, what did he score? 3 goals?
And he missed the penalty.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
So he's very good in Serie A. I like him in Serie A. And, I mean, Sarri, he's got his ideas. It's going to take him a little time, but Sarri's got his ideas. And for a team like Lazio, I think Sarri is good.
Yeah, I agree. Lazio has been so much fun to watch. They won, I think it was 6-1 against Spezia. And the style of football is beautiful. Immobile, like you said, he gets half a chance and he scores for Lazio. But my gosh, Luis Alberto.
How good? That's what I was going to say. How good is Luis Alberto?
He's fantastic.
Hat trick of assists. Incredible.
Yeah, the guy is. That's why I like their midfield.
But this is also why I said that Sarri is perfect for this area. He needs to be in a team where he could have this ability to try to play nice. You know, like that's why Juventus never really fit. Chelsea, even though he won there, he never really fit and molded. Like he needed a team like a Napoli or a Lazio that he could build up from the bottom, not that just has the pressure to win.
And usually with Sarri, it always takes time. Usually takes 3-4 months, and now all of a sudden this Lazio team scoring goals like it's nothing. And it all comes down to the players that you have. He's got these players at his disposal that can play his version of tiki-taka.
Wow.
Why don't you guys are a little exaggerating with this nonsense? This is the first 2 games. Who did they play? Nobody. They played nobody.
They played
Spezia and they played Empoli.
Come on, Spezia and Empoli.
Empoli beat Juventus.
Oh, well, anybody can beat Juventus right now. Come on. Spezia and Empoli. Are you making all this Sarri already?
But it's the manner in which they win. It's the manner in which
I mean,
win.
they won pretty convincingly overall, and I do feel like this season might, because we were saying it's going to take some time, but I feel like this season with Sarri, it might develop quicker, because at the end of the day, that midfield already caters to kind of what he wants. So he just has to kind of turn a couple of wheels, and that 1-2 football, that incredible style, and we all know Immobile for Lazio is already a proven goal scorer, plus Pedro and Felipe Anderson, that's already there. I feel like they know each other so well. This midfield's been there for ages, and maybe Lazio and Sarri, Sarri could be the final piece to Lazio work lacking, because Inzaghi's not a coach like Sarri. Sarri might be the perfect fit for this Lazio, but 2 games in only. Well, let's wait.
Who's playing the regista role? Because that's such an important role for Sarri. Lucas Leiva.
He's the last man.
He's a fantastic.
I think he's
really
good, but I don't know if he is Sarri's type of regista.
Everything is working right now, so obviously they're going to stick with it. He has some young kids that could come off the bench and try to play over there. The thing is, what makes me laugh is we saw Sarri at Juventus, where we never saw the Sarri Bowl or Sarrismo, whatever you want to call it. But it was proof that the midfield, he just could not work with that. He needed ball-playing midfielders who have high IQ and who know how to penetrate the lines with the balls that they play. So it's fun, and I love seeing the Lazio fans just really excited to watch the team play. They're dynamic, they're amazing, and they're great. They're gonna. I don't know where to put my top 4. Is a disaster right now. Like the top 4.
Listen, nobody's changing predictions.
No, we have to. You did.
You gotta stick with it.
We said we're gonna change.
What are you talking about?
Nobody's changing.
What are you talking about? Ronaldo left.
So who cares about Ronaldo?
I do.
Oh, please.
We said one more change.
We did. We're gonna have to change.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were talking about Sarri, and I was listening to Pepita talking about Sarri. Higuain.
Yeah.
Man, for Higuain, Sarri was the best coach he's ever had. He said, I listened to everything that Sarri told me. I was about to leave Napoli, And then I spoke to Sarri, and he convinced me to stay. The next season, I scored 36 goals.
Okay, first of all, where is Pipita right now? He's on MLS, right?
old.
Okay.
Yeah, what does that have to do with?
Second
We're
of
talking
all-
about Sarri right now.
Second of all, explain for ignorant like me, what is this Sarrismo and the Sarri style? What is it?
No,
What
getting
is it?
flashbacks. I'm
Explain
getting
to me.
flashbacks.
Okay,
What is that? A 3-5-2? What is
so,
that? A
hold
4-3-2?
on, hold
What
on.
is it? This Sarrismo. I need to
So
know.
what
What
he-
is- did he
I wish
invent
we could
anything?
call him. I wish we
Did
could
he
call him
invent
right now.
anything? Or is he
Sorry,
copying
call us,
somebody?
So what
Oh,
Higuain
man.
said is that they play like memory. Everybody memorized. They didn't have to think about it. The flow of the game was just everybody was. That's what the way he explained it.
So this is the Sarrismo.
Yeah,
That's a Sarri
a
style.
memoria. Giocavano a
A
memoria.
memoria. Okay.
That's what he said.
So, like I was saying, my top four is a disaster.
Yeah.
I really, when I'm watching these teams play, I see Roma, and I knew Roma was going to do well. I didn't think they were going to do this well. You see Inter, and they're doing amazing.
I wanted to see the prediction.
I don't have them.
Pretty good.
We don't have the. I don't know.
What
We'll do the
prediction?
predictions later in the
No,
week.
the standing.
The
that we-
standings. I got
All
it
the
here.
standings. I
Yeah.
thought you meant our predictions. Okay, I go.
But right now we're not
Yeah,
talking
we're
about
not
the
doing it yet.
standings.
We're not
No,
doing
not yet. I have a Mia. Don't worry.
The
Can you give me mine?
don't
I'm
let
not
us touch it. You
changing
might
it.
try to change it. So, like I was saying, the teams that have been there, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen in the top four. If we look at Milan, who's a team that I was confused about. You know, they were. I wasn't sure what to expect with them. You know, I didn't know if they could live up to what they're going to do next year, what they did last year. I was still unsure about Pioli. The one guy that I did love was Brahim Diaz, who has been phenomenal. I mean, Brahim Diaz has been one of the most exciting players for me in the Serie A this season. A true number 10 who, for a young kid, to take the number 10 for AC Milan, it could crack a lot of people, the pressure. But he plays with such great freedom and awareness, and I really just like him as a player. And then Giroud, who was, you know, so many people said he's too old, he's not going to have it. The first goal that he scored was world class. That one-time finish was brilliant. And all of Milan, I mean, you scored 4 goals in the first half. 4 goals.
It would have
in the
been a
first
little
half.
bit more, by the way. Anyway, but we take it.
What did you think?
Listen, first of all, AC Milan added to the squad that we had last year. Forget about Gigio. Gigio has been subbed by Magnan, okay, which is a top of the line goalkeeper. Actually, it's a world-class goalkeeper. Second of all, this Chala does not have the continuity that this guy here, Brahim Diaz, has. And for me, it's the perfect substitute for Chala. Then, number 3, we have Tonali. Tonali this year is gonna put everybody to misery. Pirlo is never wrong. When Pirlo says something about somebody, and he said explicitly, he said about Tonali that this guy here is the next guy that actually resembles my style of playing. I remember him saying
He
something
doesn't
like
resemble
that.
his style of play, though, at all.
But Pirlo,
He's more of a Gattuso.
well, no.
He just-
Gattuso's
he
his
just-
guy.
He's a
He just
lot-
looks
he's
like
a
him.
lot more. He's got the Gattuso number on the jersey, but he's a lot more refined than Gattuso. He's got a lot
The
of qualities.
the
on his
only thing
feet.
that he has of Andrea is maybe the free kicks and the hair.
Oh, no.
That's
well,
it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this guy here is gonna just come to bloom this year for AC Milan, and he's gonna just pay high dividends. So Inter is gonna be regretting that they allowed us to snatch
get
it from them. So it's okay. You know what? We just play one game at a time. We still wanted to be the underdog. We want to be under the radar. We'll let you guys fight for the first place. The Sarrismo, the Inter of Inzaghi over there, and then the Juventus that is going to come up big again.
But
And Roma.
tell
Roma
us
actually
what-
looks very good.
We're on Milan. We're on Milan right now. What else did you think about your team? Like, are you happy with?
they play the fluidity.
Calabria has been
the fluidity is
fantastic.
spectacular. The defense is just it's just a wall.
You're playing Cagliari.
Do you feel
relax.
like?
It's not that easy. Then there is no easy.
You were saying the
there's
same
no
thing
team.
for the
Be honest with
Sarri
me.
and
Do you
stuff.
feel like, and I know the competition in Italy, this is like the hardest it's going to be in a
Mm-hmm.
decade, I think, if we look at the top 4, top 6. Do you think that Milan, are you seeing the signs that they could challenge for the
Absolutely,
Scudetto?
absolutely. Don't forget that we had no Benasera, we had no Cassia still on full time. Okay, and we
And no
brought
Zlatan.
No Zlatan. We brought another 3 or 4 kids that I keep. The only thing that I see on the first time that in the morning when I opened the Gazzetta over there, I said, "Oh, Milan is signing this guy."
Bakayoko.
Bakayoko is another one. So the midfield for AC Milan is stocked. to be a very, 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 very important part of the team. And this midfield that we have can attack and can defend at the same time. Those are all incontristi. You know what incontristi means? That when they don't have the ball, they go and they fight.
That's Krunic. Krunic does fight.
There
To
you
give
go.
him respect.
So this is what I think is going to pay our dividends
So are
for
you
us.
the favorite now? Or
I
you're the,
think that- I
or
never
you're
said
the
that-
underdogs?
I never said that I'm
He's
not the
asking-
favorite.
he's
Check my
asking you.
stuff.
No, you.
asking
Well, I
you.
wanted
No,
the Flyers
I
as
said-
the underdog. I want to be believed
2
that
minutes ago, you say you're the underdogs.
yeah, I want to believe that you guys.
Or you're the favorite. What is it?
I am the favorite, but I want to still fly under the radar.
But if you're the favorite, you're not the underdog.
okay, I'm the favorite.
I mean, the only
It's
thing.
like, that's a meme. That's gonna be a meme like with the child. Like I'm the favorite of the.
The only thing with Milan, I'm liking what they're doing. I'm definitely a big supporter of Brahim Diaz. I like how last season.
No, you're not.
No, I do. I like
Yeah,
him. He's
you
a,
like
he's
him?
a clever little player.
Why'd
But
you have to say little?
the thing, because he's not tall. I'm on the same boat, Brahim. Don't worry.
He just raises his share up. He's on 6 textbooks right now, Mike.
Bro, I was 4. Come on, relax. So the question to me only with Milan is, will they be able to continue this the whole season? Last season, we saw that they did in the first half of the season, but the second half of the season, they fell completely down. I just want to see continuity throughout the whole season from them. And there's only 2 games in. Great job from them, but still very early to tell with Milan, I think.
There's one team that I'm dying to talk about. And it's Roma. Roma.
Oh, yeah.
Roma has probably been, for me, one of the most
Yeah.
exciting teams to watch and to cover. I mean, the Mourinho excitement from the start was the thing that caught me in. He's got the charisma. He's got the personality. He brought that enthusiasm back to Rome for the fans, him and his little Vespa. And the team is performing. I mean, when you watch them play, the fluidity that they have, that second goal from Roma is one of the most beautiful goals of the weekend.
that was really-
That is true intelligence. Perez sent it in to, I think, Tammy Abraham, who sends it back to Mkhitaryan, who sends it to Veretout, and first time finish. It was all one touch
Yeah.
finishes.
They're beautiful.
It
Beautiful-
was
beautiful.
absolutely brilliant. Veretout has 3 goals in 2 games. Pellegrini has stepped up as the captain of Roma. He's been phenomenal. He scored a beautiful curler. And
2 goals he scored.
Tammy Abraham got on the score sheet.
Beast.
He had the assists last week. He got on the score sheet, and this kid looks like he's going to light the team up. The balance in Roma this year is brilliant.
And the goalkeeper is good.
Yeah,
Mancini
Patricio.
is good. So they're looking good.
And all,
I put them in the top 3, I believe. I think I did.
Pete,
Yeah.
what have you thought about
No, they have a good mix.
Yeah, me too. I put them in the top 3.
Yeah, they have a good mix. I like the youth having Tammy Abraham for the Serie A. He's such a vital player because he adds that speed that a lot of the teams don't have, and he's quick and able to like you said, distribute, pass the ball, make something happen, and that's something that Roma, I think, with Dzeko, they lacked that bit of spark and change of pace. But then
you
you're
saying you
also
hate Dzeko?
adding. No, I was just saying this that it's something different
An
that they didn't have
It is massive.
in years past. Zaniolo coming back, Pellegrini. Zaniolo obviously didn't play this game, but he's
Better
going to
as
be
well.
very important for this team. Pellegrini, I absolutely love, and Veretout also I think is
Cristante,
underrated midfielder within Serie A. So there's a lot to like, and then you know better than me. Mourinho is a great coach.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
really. Listen,
So-
first of all, again, it applies even to Roma. We only have nothing that we can measure with.
So only
some
Milan, there's no
certainty.
measure. You can measure it.
Nobody
Only
can be
Milan you
measured.
can measure.
Nobody can say for certain that those teams, including AC Milan, they can have a great season because the opponents that we had so far, they're not worthy of saying, hey, AC Milan beat Napoli 3-0, or AC Milan beat Juventus 4-0, or Inter beat Napoli 4-0. Nobody, there was no scontro diretto, nobody beat anybody at a high level with the big scores. So
No, for sure.
Let's just, take a little...
We still have to see the head-to-head, but I think it's exciting to see the new players, the new
Yeah.
coaches that are taking, and what the season looks like it's taking form. It's a season that is going to be open, I think, till the very end, more so than any other year in the past 10, 15 years.
That I agree on.
Yeah.
It's really tough to see. Obviously, we know last year Roma with Fonseca had that struggle where every Roma fan's like, we can't compete against the top 6. We can't beat any of the top teams. So I want to see if that same mentality, which I think it will, can it transfer over against some of the top teams.
Yeah, I think Mourinho would excel in that sense, just because he's such a he's that caliber of a coach. Even though in recent years you can argue that he wasn't top of his game, but I feel like the one flaw from Mourinho over his career, he had a very successful coaching career still going on, obviously, was his approach to football, saying it wasn't the most
parking the bus. He's parked the bus.
Yeah, I don't want to say that about the boring, old school, not modern football. But 2 games in, Meredith, only 2 games in, he's got some firepower, and the midfield's amazing. Everything's clicking for him. Like Marco was saying before, there's like a new taste in the air of Rome, and it's like refreshing. Something to see. I feel like there's hope in the Serie A season for Roma, and there's just so many amazing things going on. For the first time watching Serie A, actually, how I even got into Serie A, I actually started as being a Roma fan, loving Roma because of Manolas, actually. And if they keep this up, I was so excited. I was so excited this season about Mourinho, and he's proven me wrong already because I said he's not gonna do so good. I'm looking forward to all these Roma games, and if he keeps this up, I don't know, I might support them again this season.
If Antonio didn't hate you any more than he could, right now you love Mourinho and you're gonna go to Roma.
Listen, just give me 1 second. First of all, I want to just respond to you a little bit. First of all, for you to compare Mourinho with the previous coach that they had, Gaetano, liked so much, you cannot compare because, first of all, they bought so many other players. Okay, Zaniolo didn't play all last year.
Come on.
Listen, Fonseca was not a bad coach. Mourinho comes in and he gets 4 or 5 players added to a squad that was already a very good squad. Now we're gonna see if he's gonna be a different maker in terms of winning against.
You're forgetting the human aspect of the game, because Mourinho is a proven champion. Mourinho commands respect, and the players know and want to play for certain coaches.
Tell him.
So,
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah,
is probably one that might not have come.
He's had difficulties with certain players, and even with Real Madrid, he had problems because he wasn't able to break through. But when you're dealing with Roma, it's a team that's kind of is not the favorite. So he can have like that us versus them, us versus the world mentality. And I think a lot of these Roma players are going to buy into that, and especially the Roma fans. I think the fans are excited. And one thing they're excited about is that Mourinho, when he's first is going to verse a Milan, versus an Inter, versus Juve, he's going to know how to win those games. It might not be pretty, but he'll know how to win. He'll put his team in the position to win. Does he win all of them? I don't know. But he'll put the team in the position to win.
Speaking about winning, Juventus did not win against Empoli. What a crazy match. I want to talk about it, but we can't talk about it if you can't watch the games.
That's right, Marco.
And Mike, how were you able to watch the games?
How do you watch it, Antonio?
I watched it
through the great CBS Paramount Plus, right?
I watched it. First of all.
But
go ahead.
But you don't just watch Serie A there. You watch Coppa Italia, and it doesn't just stop there. If you like watching more than that, you got Europe there. You got Champions League. You got Europa League.
I just got my app on the phone.
You better have used our code. League. Did you use our code? You didn't use our code.
I mean, it's down in the description if you didn't already.
You didn't use our code?
You didn't use the code?
I think we did.
If I use it, it's for free?
No, we had a special
I know. I downloaded it.
But you got it in the description, right?
I did.
Tell them where they'll find the code.
Paramount Plus. What is the code, by the way?
In the description.
In the description below.
Check it out.
If
you want calcio exclusively. In the United States.
His father and son over
good,
here.
Right?
Perfect.
No, but for real, guys, Paramount Plus is supporting all of our content this year. They're supporting our podcasts, our watch-alongs, because they love Serie A. The guys behind the scenes love Serie A.
I have a good idea. Antonio's so good with jingles. He should come up with a Paramount Plus jingle for the next episode. Why the fans should watch Paramount Plus.
You don't have to do it on the spot.
Not on the spot. I give you next week.
He was thinking about it. He was like, what rhymes with Paramount Plus?
He's got it already.
CBS or
Wait, can we do a freestyle? Let's do a freestyle.
No music.
You took something that I was right here on the tip of my tongue.
I'll grab it from you. Yeah, so guys, make sure you download and get your Paramount Plus. It's like $5 a month, and you get Champions League, Europa League, Serie A, Coppa Italia. You get everything, and I just love that it's all in one place. Like for me, it's so easy because because I just go to one. I don't like to go to like 7 different places. It's super easy. And the best part is that they love Serie A behind the scenes. So the plans that are coming to provide Serie A content for everybody is going to be amazing. And I think when you have those kind of passionate people behind it that actually care and want to respect the game, because nobody in this country, we grew up in this country for a long time. There's never been anyone who's cared about Serie A more than CBS and Paramount Plus. And we see from the inside.
And if you guys didn't already know, if you're living on a rock, living in the United States, then turn on TV, you probably saw Marco on there as a CBS analyst.
I saw somebody that looked like you, but that was you actually?
Or maybe it was Matteo.
Sure. But Marco, how amazing is the staff there? How much do they love Serie A? They're actually fans before anything,
I mean,
right?
I just wouldn't say anything if it wasn't true. You know, I would just not say it. But no, they really are. That's like the best part. So we haven't even begun yet. It's going to be amazing. So they support us. They support IFTV. They know what we've done to help promote Serie A in the United States. So if you're in the USA, make sure use our link in our description because you get 7 days free. So might as well just try it out, see if it works. If you don't like it, then you don't have to.
You better like it.
You have no other way to watch Serie A. So watch it or don't.
And if you like it, subscribe for a year. You save $10.
Ooh,
there we go. Saver right here.
Coupon Gaetano over here.
Save that money. We got a little Dicky over here.
I'm sure your father still has the first dollar of his first communion.
Okay.
But I did. I put it 1 year subscription, by the way, and I saved the $10.
I did too.
I love it. Guys, let's talk about Juventus Empoli.
Oh boy.
Mamma
Do we
mia.
really want to talk about it, Marco?
What a disaster. Empoli. I said that Andrea Azzoli was a really good coach and he was good for Empoli. By the way, Empoli did the right thing, not like Salernitana and Venezia, who got all these young kids that didn't have a Serie A experience. They got the guys that had Serie A experience. Cutrone did really good.
Oh, my God.
He played a really good match, and Andrea Azzoli knows the league well. Mancuso scored the 1 goal off a deflection. He scored 20 goals in Serie B last year. This was his first ever Serie A goal, and it came against Juventus, who used to own him, and he's 29 years old. So shout out to him for that. Empoli played a tough match. Juventus were just terrible, though. Juventus were absolutely brutal. The midfield was non-existent. We knew for a long time, and obviously it's the first game that Ronaldo, wasn't there. This is most of the reason why Ronaldo left, because he saw the team and he said they're not competitive enough for my liking. Everyone besides maybe Federico Chiesa. Chiesa was the only one who was on fire. You could say Sandro.
I like Dybala too. Dybala played very hard.
Dybala wasn't in
He
it.
took a lot of shots.
Overall, and then I was also perplexed by the substitutions that Allegri made. They didn't really make sense to me. And for such a pragmatic coach, we credit Allegri for being pragmatic and just getting the win. And how many times we came on here and we're like, Pirlo lost all those points to Benevento. Allegri will not do it. And then Allegri, I want to know your opinion because you have a better picture. You know Allegri a lot more. What dissect this match for me?
Well, no, I agree that Allegri, we always said it. This type of matches, he's going to win them. He knows how to win this game. But we also have to, I don't know what he was thinking. He had McKennie on the left. He had Quadrato as a fullback. He had Danilo at midfield. Then he put De Sciglio. I mean, I have no idea what this guy's thinking about. We also have to realize that Ronaldo did not play. When you have Ronaldo in a game like this, he could resolve the game. There are games like this where Ronaldo will get you out of jam. And the same thing with Udinese. I mean, Udinese, when Ronaldo came in, he almost scored, was inches from scoring the goals, winning the game. So that's where you miss Ronaldo. But anyway, I think that the club had decided already. That's why he did not start the game, that he was going to go away and they were going to get rid of him. So bad job by Juventus. But more than Allegri, I am blaming the top management. I'm disappointed with Nedved. I'm disappointed with Agnelli because they did not have a plan. Okay, Ronaldo is going to go. Where's your center forward? I mean, there's 1 day left. And you didn't get a replacement for Ronaldo yet.
Moise Kean, I guess.
Yeah, Moise Kean. Come on. The guy is good, but he's not the replacement for Ronaldo.
Who you need
to get it. What you should have thought about,
true.
2-3 weeks ago. Not now,
You're
one
right.
day before.
Yeah.
I mean, there were players that they could have gotten.
No,
I mean, they could have gotten Dzeko probably if they wanted to, if they thought about it early enough. I mean, they always talk about Icardi. They could have done this a month ago, 3 weeks ago.
Vlahovic
But
maybe.
then, you could have gone for something. But now,
It's too late.
I mean,
I agree with
you didn't get that great midfielders. I mean, Rabiot is not a Juventus midfielder. Rams is not a Juventus midfield. Betancourt is not a Juventus midfield.
Ramsey.
De Sciglio, you got De Sciglio is not a Juventus player. It's all those players that are good players, but they're not Juventus players.
No, Juventus
I mean,
caliber,
a few years ago, you remember the midfield: Pirlo, Marchisio, Pogba.
Vidal,
I mean,
yeah.
those are midfielders. You know, so bad job. I am more upset right now at the top management than Allegri.
Can
to
I
tell you
add
the
to,
truth.
Can I add to Gaetano? I agree with you 100%, but I want to add some of the things that they were a little bit missed by the vast majority.
I saw you writing
I
notes
took
over
some
there.
notes because I don't
I've
want to
never
miss
seen
it.
you
I
write
was
in
a
my
little
life.
surprised. I didn't know you were gonna write
Maestro.
Let me finish.
Finish up.
Let me finish
Finish
up.
up.
And then the last 3 years, 3 coaches. I mean, come on. There's something is wrong there. That means somebody's not doing their homework, and that's what I am upset.
Technically 4 too, if you think about it. Because
Yeah.
it was like Allegri, then Sarri, then Pirlo, then Allegri again. So
yeah,
4
yeah.
changes.
Do you even blame Ronaldo at this point too?
So now they're desperate. Now that I think they're going out after Pjanic. I don't know if they're going to
They
get
said
it.
no more.
Is there no
They're
more?
trying to get Pizza.
Okay, so now they even lost Pjanic too, which he could have probably is better than the midfielders that they have now. But if you look at the past, at the great players that were at the Juventus, none of those players that I mentioned, they are good enough to be a Juventus player.
And that's kind of what it boils down to with like the whole Ronaldo situation where like I know there's some section of fans that think that Ronaldo was a problem, that he was the focal point, he took so much of this attention, they had to play through him, where at the end of the day, like it's beautiful that you had Ronaldo, but the way that I explained it is it's like we bought a Ferrari and we never took it on the highway. We got it, but everything else around it we didn't improve on. And you can't blame Ronaldo for not winning the Champions League.
No, absolutely not. Ronaldo will score between 25 and 30 goals every year. Where are you going to find somebody that scores? The guy scored 101 goal in 134 games.
Wow.
Okay?
Almost a goal a game.
he scored 36 last year alone.
Okay, so where are you going to find a player now that scores 30 goals? So you cannot say that Ronaldo, maybe there were other issues, financial issues that were part of it, but Ronaldo, you cannot say Ronaldo was a problem.
I think the proper thing is Juventus failed Ronaldo in the terms of maybe they overthought thinking we can get it done with Ronaldo, but it's really a shame because you have someone like that, a generational player, one of the greatest players of all time that's going to go in the history books. And we all know the main reason for bringing him in was to win the Champions League. And now he's leaving. He didn't believe in the project. And now there's a lot of question marks in Juventus. What are they going to do? In the beginning of the season now, you could say they were the favorites. Now it's going to be like, with all this competition that's going on, they picked up 1 point in 2 games. They're playing Napoli and Milan next. After international break, and they haven't looked the best. Their season's looking to be trouble with a whole new coach too, and I really don't know. There's so many question marks. I don't have any answers for you.
I have a
be
question
honest.
for you, and I
Yeah.
have a question for you.
First
Okay.
of all, I wanted to say to women, you having like a little panic attack.
I'm not having I'm just saying it's very from in the
what
beginning of
do
the
you write
season to
I
now.
did write down a lot of stuff.
a
but
lot
I
of
want your
change for
father-
me
I
with
want your father to
Juventus.
say something. So go ahead.
Okay, no, I have a question for both of you. You want to go, and then I'll ask
Let
you
me
the
go
question.
First. Okay,
Go,
first of all,
go.
I want to say a few things. Okay?
He can
And,
read, guys,
I
go.
wrote it down for the first time because my brain is not I don't have the memory game that Mourinho has, like a memory. But this is my memory. Okay, first of all, I'm starting to see some of those old recycled players coming back into Juventus. I saw De Sciglio, I saw Rugani, and then there is no more Cristiano Ronaldo over there. And the things that really struck me the most, I was watching Chiellini talking to Allegri about the game while the game was still going on. I said to myself, what the hell is wrong with this
Did
picture
you see
over
what he
here?
said?
Okay.
Did you read what he said?
This is not a team.
Non è una squadra.
Non è una squadra. Okay, non è una squadra in English means this is not a real team.
Thanks, Anton.
So I don't know. Was the labiale? Can anybody confirm?
Yeah, it was pretty
But
obvious.
bottom line is this.
He lipped the Chiellini on the
Listen.
sideline.
Really?
Yeah.
It went everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't I say so many
It was on the front
times,
page of Gazzetta.
guys? Didn't I say so many times that Chiellini and Bonucci, they're not what you need on defense over there?
But Anto, you keep repeating the
Cutrone
same thing.
manhandle that.
They won the
Do you have
Euro.
anything new that you
Well,
read
I'm
down?
telling you right now. Okay,
That's not new.
another thing, Nedved is another guy. His body language was very, very bad. I never saw Nedved standing on the stand. He was standing, was not sitting. I saw him standing with the arm.
You're not sitting
All
either.
the
The
camera
mic
seeing
can't
is your
hear you.
crotch when you do that.
Nedved was standing. This guy here is very nervous. Maybe the hacks is gonna come on him. I agree 100% with your father. The management didn't do a great job.
What's your question?
Okay,
No.
so
The question for both of you is, did Ronaldo leave or was he pushed out?
he left.
He definitely left.
He left because him and Allegri they don't get along.
No.
Okay.
He left
All right,
because
so
the team
I-
is not ambitious.
No, I don't agree
Yeah.
with both of you. He was pushed out.
No, I don't think it was pushed
He
out.
was pushed out
Indirectly
by the
by
management.
By the man.
No,
Why
I
would
don't
they do
think
that
so.
the day
No.
the day before?
No.
The couple days before the Mercato
I think it was all
ends?
Ronaldo. He saw a
No.
project that looked like
You could
they
tell
didn't know
that
what was
Ronaldo
going
did not
on.
want to stay.
Yeah, no,
Everything
I agree.
that he never came out and said, I want to stay at Juventus. Never once, with the many times that he was rumored to leave. You knew that Ronaldo wanted to leave. The second that we got kicked out by Porto,
He was looking for-
You could see in his
Listen.
body language that he wanted
He was
to
looking for escape.
Last year, who knew that this year that Rabiot was going to be here? Everybody said Rabiot was going to go. Ramsey was going to go. McKennie was going to go. All these players that they were going to go, they're still there. And Ronaldo, to me, is gone. I mean, if you're trying to improve the team technically, right? You want you have a better team. Those guys we said last year, they're not going to be around this year, but they're still there. So
You
if
guys
you,
bought
Yeah,
nobody.
but why do you
Those
think,
guys-
why do you think Juventus kicked him out a couple days before the Mercato ends?
He's saying for the books, I guess, right? For
yeah,
finances.
yeah, I think
I don't
there's
think so.
something about financial because Messi left for financial reason, and I
think he wanted out.
I think it's a mix in the sense I feel more what you're saying as far as him wanting out, but I think it comes down to what Gaetano said as far as management. There was a lack of a plan. There was a lack of a clear plan. When you get Cristiano Ronaldo, your objective is to win Champions League. So what you should do is make sure that you build this team to win a Champions League. The first year with Allegri, they had a good team, a decent team, and then from there they did not have a plan. When you go through three coaches, when you go through coaches that have never won Champions League before, you substitute Allegri for Sarri that has not proven to win more than a Europa League. There's an issue when you're Juventus. I'm sorry. You cannot then from Sarri not give him the players that he wants and then go after a Pirlo who had zero experience. All while you're having Cristiano Ronaldo.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
wrong
I'm
with
telling
you?
you now.
All
I'm
right.
telling you now. You guys have
I'm
the
gonna wrap it up
regret
with one
that you
question.
sucked
Okay.
Pirlo.
right.
But what
I'll
I'm-
tell you this. I never saw Ronaldo and Pirlo having an argument.
Okay.
Ronaldo, for me, will have stayed in Juventus. Pirlo was still the coach. I'm telling you right now, regardless of
But
Allegri
what
and the
I'm
management.
trying to say is that the management did not prepare this team to win a Champions League. What has happened is the team has lost fundamental pieces because Bonucci and Chiellini are older and older. You're not replacing the midfielders with players that can actually improve
the
the
Locatelli.
game. You get rid of Pjanic, who could have been arguably the best Juventus midfielder technically, to get Arthur that has been a question mark to say the least, or very inconsistent. So there's been a lot of question marks on all these deals. You get all these free transfers, but then you can't get rid of them because they have such high salaries. So it's just become like a black hole.
A vicious cycle with them.
And you lose Ronaldo now, who can win you a game when the team plays poorly. And who's
like against Empoli?
and who's
Right.
gonna do that now? I don't think Juventus has the player. Dybala has to step up. And we mentioned it even before we knew about this whole Cristiano Ronaldo saga. I'm expecting big things from Dybala, but it's not an easy feat. And Allegri, he's gonna have some trouble because if this is true with the labiale of Chiellini, there's a
Yeah, but
problem.
that's normal. I mean, I think that's.
there's a
I
problem.
think people made a bigger deal about the killing. He was right. The team. It wasn't a team. You don't start out as a team on the second round. You have to build into a team.
Yeah, but this is a team that's been together for a while.
Yeah, but still,
I
they're not
don't
a
know.
team. But they were
Wow.
saying that they were not
Marco,
playing as a
your
team.
father is
I
right.
want to wrap it.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up with one question. I don't want an explanation. I just want a one word answer. Is this Juventus? Can they actually compete to win the Scudetto this year?
Unless
I don't want
unless
an
they buy one more striker, a very good
No, that's
striker,
not happening.
and an extra midfielder. They're going no. Actually, a defender too. Striker, a defender, a midfielder. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, a lot to do in 12 hours. Mike, yes or no?
I don't see it. My
or
opinion
no?
changed. No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
No.
I say yes because of the defense.
You
But
say yes because you're
because-
superstitious. you don't want the pressure on either. I know how you are, Peter.
no, but
Juventus could be 17
I think-
points down. He's like, listen, Juventus could still get back into this.
You guys put Juventus
Allegri-
on number one, did you?
Allegri,
When
I
Ronaldo
still
was there,
think he can manage to.
Who's the favorites
fix
for
his
the
team.
Scudetto?
Atalanta.
Well, I mean, after these first two rounds, I would have to say Inter from how they played.
I would say
What?
no for Juventus as well. Let's move on. What other game? Napoli,
Uh,
Genoa. We didn't cover Napoli,
yeah.
Genoa. It was Insigne played as the false
False
number
nine.
because Osimhen was not around. Petagna scored the winner. It was hilarious. We were in the green room and Petagna came in and I made a joke. I was like, the guy that they're trying to kick out. I was like, he's the one that's gonna win you the game. 2 minutes
He
later,
scored.
he came in, he scored the header, and he won the game.
I mean, but I wasn't really impressed with Napoli at all. To be honest, draw probably would have been more fair. And guys, to be honest, I want Napoli to win the Scudetto. I don't want anyone going crazy. But they did
You
not.
want Roma to win the Scudetto?
Yeah, I know. I want a
Napoli
few
to win
Like
people.
that
I
sounds
love
ridiculous.
Napoli so much. I always like Napoli.
we can-
But they didn't look good today. Genoa, first of all, that Meret thing, Meret
Oh
got
my
maybe
God.
a little,
Guys,
maybe got a little lucky.
That's not a foul.
Maybe
That
got
should have
a
counted.
maybe
That's
got a
not a
little
goal.
lucky.
That was not a goal.
It was a goal.
Absolutely.
It was a goal.
Meret got
Was it a goal?
I think
100%.
I feel like Meret could have
He
oversold
was
it a
clumsy.
little bit,
He was
and
clumsy.
he
He
dropped
did
it
twice.
first.
Remember the other?
Yeah.
He got like he reviewed. At the end of the day, Napoli.
Any butter
didn't see
over
it?
there? The butter's still working.
Napoli probably should have got a point. They got it
Any
fortunate.
butter.
They got
There was
fortunate.
butter on
But they
his
didn't
eyes.
impress me that game at all.
Mike, if you look at the replay, when Meret comes out, he's the one with the knee a little up.
Oh, he's
because
allowed to. As a
I
goalkeeper,
know,
he's
but
allowed
that's what
to.
the goalkeeper
But he gets
allowed.
touched. He gets touched so little on
yeah,
his
but Marco,
knee.
you come up with the knee.
I'm
hitting
agreeing
the
with
other
you.
guy because the other guy is standing over there. You coming over there from behind.
thing's the
Met-
ball was in his hand.
Meret messed up.
The
It was-
ball was
it
in
was-
his hand.
It was
Meret
Meret
messed
messed up,
up.
but he got lucky that he got foul
listen.
hit.
Can you
But it
grab
wasn't
Can you grab
enough.
it to show my dad?
Yes.
Go on YouTube.
We know with the
CBS
goalkeepers,
Sport
they've
Goals.
always gotten favorable treatment.
It's not a goal.
They've always gotten
And
favorable
this one was
treatment.
too much, though.
So listen, he goes up, he gets touched. They
was a goal.
call it over and over. Now to reverse it on VAR could be a little bit harsh.
I
but
didn't think VAR needed to whatever. The kid
Well,
Cambiaso had a. Sorry.
No. If you want to talk about VAR, I'll finish your thought, then we talk about VAR.
No, I was just gonna say the 21-year-old Cambiaso, not related, only one S.
It's
in
not
this one.
related. I was about to ask.
Only one S.
Yeah,
He
one
scored.
S.
He scored a goal against a great goal against Napoli. It's only what's funny is that he's only scored 2 goals in his career, and they were both again in Serie D. That's the only time that he scored goals, and now he scored his first Serie A goal as a 21-year-old kid. So happy for him, and you could see the tears that he had. He was crying. He was so emotional about it. And yeah, Genoa probably deserved it. But I think that this goes back to the grinta that Spalletti's teams have. You know, they find a way to win the games. You don't know how, you don't know why, but guess what? Spalletti changes the mentality of teams, and they're able to win games.
Yeah.
What were you gonna, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I hope I see more of a Spalletti from his Roma days because that was a fun team to watch. He's gotten more pragmatic in his approach to the games, but this Napoli team has the technical ability in the midfield and up top that can maybe resemble the Totti days when they were fighting for the Scudetto with Inter back in 2007 and such. But a win's a win. We've seen some poor performances in this round. It's just part of
You did it again.
of the season.
That's
No,
the sad part is that this game up to the 82nd minute or 83rd minute.
Hey, the game is 90 minutes.
Was tied.
it's
The
true.
game is 90 minutes.
And
It's because they said that.
it's
So if you score on a goal, in
I don't want to
89th
take
minute, doesn't matter.
anything away from Petagna. Spectacular header over there on the first
The
post.
game
Boom.
is 90 minutes.
And we also got to mention that Oshiman got suspended. He got a straight red at the previous game, so he's gonna be out this game.
Did they appeal it? Or?
So they appealed it. They're playing the next game against Juventus. They're still waiting for the
think
appeal
it's a goal.
to see if it gets
It's a goal.
overturned, whether they're gonna play against
100%.
Juventus or not, which is gonna be a
Dad,
big
what's your verdict?
thing.
On that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a goal. I mean, the guy went up. They both went up, and
He dropped it.
you know, he
I agree. I don't think
Yeah.
that was.
He had the ball in his hand.
I don't know why they.
Yeah.
yeah.
The guy stood his ground.
I don't think that I don't think there's a
I
foul
think
there.
Meret sold that a little.
I don't think there's a foul there.
I don't
But
know.
if you want to talk about the VAR, I mean, the Atalanta-Bologna game, which was a 0-0 game, and good performance by Bologna.
I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, Atalanta, even though Atalanta pressed the whole game, there was a handball there. I don't know if you guys remember.
Show me.
No.
There was a handball, and you don't remember the handball? So
was not given the penalty.
So the penalty was not given. Actually, the defender, when he went up, he turned. And when he turned, he hit the ball with his hand, but he was kind of turning, so it was not.
You don't remember the minute, right?
It was not that clear. It was on the.
Oh wow.
It was on the 30th minute of the second half.
Oh, you had it already.
I'm not sure if they're gonna have. I don't think they have it.
So the VAR never intervened, but the VAR, if it's not clear and evident, then the VAR is not going to say
change
anything. So it's a little bit confusing because you see the guy is hitting the ball with his hand. Some say it was a penalty. Some say it was not a penalty. So now you have
For Bologna?
For Atalanta.
yeah, for Atalanta. Now you have a professional ex-soccer
Is this
players
Is this the play?
that say, yeah, that was a penalty. No, that was not a penalty.
One second. Is this the play?
Yeah, I don't,
Oh, so it's
I
another
don't-
handball?
No,
I
this
don't
was,
think- I
this
don't
was
think
inside
they
the
have that
area.
thing.
30th minute of the second half.
But it's probably better that they didn't give it because it wasn't really an intentional one. He didn't know where
75th minute.
where he was.
Yeah, so
45, 75th minute. We'll look at
Yeah.
it. But
They protested.
they did. But the thing is that we looked at it in slow motion many times, and some ex-soccer players said, yes, no, that's a penalty. I know the referee said, no, it's not a penalty because it was not evident. But the guy hit it with the ball. Then the guy says, oh, I was turning. So if he was turning, it was not intentional.
I just want to bring something up. I feel like Atalanta, I've been supporting them the past few seasons, like a lot of teams, like Peter brought up. But I feel like the magic might have worn out this season. I feel like there's going to be a lot more competition.
Michael
and,
hot takes.
and I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't think Atalanta is gonna make top four. I said they make top four, but I feel like there's so much competition from other teams, Lazio, Roma, that could do something. And we still gotta wait for Zapata till he comes back. He's still injured.
Everyone get your next table for the next one. Everybody get your table. That's it, right? We talked about every team.
No, we didn't talk about Inter.
No, we talked about every team.
Inter, who cares about Inter?
I'm messing with you guys. Peter, take us away. Bring us home.
It wasn't the greatest of performances, by all means. Handanovic made a blunder, making a bad pass from the back.
Wow.
Classic Samir.
And Hellas Verona able to score 1-0. But I think with this Inter team, and we were listening to the Bobo TV also, how they have options up top. And I think with Dzeko, Correa, Lautaro, Alexis Sanchez coming back, like you can mix this team, the striking pair up. You can even put 3 players up top depending on what you need. If you need a goal, you can put even all of them in. So
Put them all in.
No.
It's like when they threw Ranocchia as a striker. Remember when they used to do that?
No, but exactly.
love
Instead of
that.
putting a
I
Ronaldo,
love
you
that.
could actually put
put
Alexis Sanchez, Lautaro, and Correa, and you make
What about
something
Inzaghi?
happen.
Inzaghi gonna put it in.
Call his brother too, right?
Yeah. Pippo is available still.
He's not doing anything.
So I'm happy about that. And then we saw it. You know, Lautaro's got the goal, and then the Inter team kind of struggled this whole game. And I have to give credit to Hellas Verona. They were pressing Inter high. Inter seemed to have problems coming out from the back. Canaloglu, the first game was amazing. This game, wasn't the same spark that we needed.
Congratulations,
So-
it's yours now.
So
Look how happy
see
I
with
was.
that.
You can have it.
Even Dzeko wasn't on his game.
Enjoy.
There was a lot of missed passes. But what happens? Correa which is a great signing. Already played with Inzaghi in Lazio. Comes in
Beautiful.
and first he scores a goal. He scores a header.
Beautiful.
His first Serie A header.
It looked like Ronaldo was back in the league.
Okay, and then not even that. In 15 minutes, he scores 2 goals.
Look
Shot
who's-
outside, in the
outside the
side
box.
netting.
Look who's the defenders that you're in front of.
Doesn't matter.
It's like
Serie A, my friend. So that's something that I like. That at a moment's notice, the Inter play, like one of these guys off the bench could come in and change the game. And the same way that Milan has some muscle, we're not even talking about Vecino. We're not even talking about Gagliardini that come in to win
Nobody wants to talk about
win a
this.
ball. Sensi off the bench. Vidal off the bench.
Yeah, Vidal's been really
That's a luxury. That's a luxury of this Inter team, and we still haven't seen Dumfries start. Darmian looks like he's turned the clock back. So, we like we said, big losses. Yes, Hakimi, Lukaku. We could talk about it all the time, but there's serious
intense.
options that at any moment that Inter needs to find the win, scrap to find the win. When you play poorly and still able to win, that's a championship recipe.
And I want to talk about that. First of all, like you guys were saying, Vidal, I think he's going to be great, even if he plays 10, 15 minutes. Did you see that ball he sent to Darmian? And then Darmian's cross to Correa. First of all, I was never the biggest fan of Correa at Lazio. I don't know if it was because it was always the Immobile show, but I just felt like he was inconsistent, never really good with scoring. But he scored 2 goals. It was only 1 game, whatever, came in as a sub. But this is a perfect example for Inter. Even when it looked like they're going to draw, they didn't play spectacular at all. They played very lackluster. They scored the goals. They needed a win. And I don't care if you admit it or not, Inter are the team to be. Inter are the favorites.
They're the
Now
best
that
team.
Ronaldo left, they are
They're
the best team.
They're the best team.
It's their Scudetto to lose.
We have to check. There's something in the DNA of Inter and Argentinians. I don't understand it.
Zanetti.
It's unbelievable.
Zanetti can make a call
Great-
and everyone respects him.
Great
But
start by
you know
Correa.
who's the real guy? Marotta. Marotta
Bravo.
is
You're right.
a mastermind.
Marotta,
Antonio.
yo, you see it now. Look at
Marotta,
Juventus.
even in the turmoil that
Yep.
Inter were in this summer, he
still
was able
managed.
to make unbelievable signings.
Yeah.
I told you the best thing that happened was that Marotta did.
He's
it.
an
If you had to
unbelievable
choose, if you had to
scoring
choose
director.
one that you could only keep, I would choose him every time.
Yeah,
he's
unbelievable scoring director.
look at Juventus after he left. He was the real genius of this team.
And Lukaku and Hakimi leaving, I feel like it's been quieting down since they've been performing so far.
And besides his Juventus, he was also the sporting director for Sampdoria,
Sampdoria.
when they
Yeah.
went to the Champions League
No,
with
no, he was- with
Cassano
Cassano,
Pazzini.
yeah.
So
that guy knows, man.
Nah, he knows.
He's a
He's got
pro.
an eye for talent. Yo, we didn't talk about Champions League, the draws real quick. Let's just hit them
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick. I feel like every team except Milan got a draw that they should be pretty comfortable to come out of. Milan got a tough draw.
They got Porto, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid. Extremely tough.
okay.
Inter got Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, the Derby, and Sheriff Tiraspol
3 Italian coaches
from
in that
Moldova. Atalanta got Manchester United, Villarreal, and Young Boys. Juve got Chelsea, Zenit, and Malmo.
Everybody, the other 3 have to go out. They have to come out of the group.
Milan
Milan,
tough
how
group.
do you feel about
Very
Milan's
tough
chances?
group.
I think
in
we're gonna
Champions League?
we'll take it. I mean, we're not. Hey, listen, AC Milan, just for the fact that we are back for the first time after 7 years
Yeah.
into the Champions League.
Okay.
AC Milan is they're not gonna lay down and just let anybody walk
Nobody
over
thinks
We're
them.
that
not
you're
talking
gonna
about
lay
laying
down.
down. Are you
We
going
are gonna make it to the second round. Mark my word. Which day is
What?
today? August 30th.
August 30th.
2021. We're gonna go to the second round. We're gonna go to the second round.
Who's
This is
gonna get,
official.
I like
who's gonna
that
get out?
confidence.
Who's going to be knocked out? Is it Liverpool or
I
Atletico?
would say Liverpool.
Liverpool out.
Wow.
Max is going to be crying right
Yeah.
now.
Let him cry.
Atletico,
right?
they're too good. Atletico, they're too good.
So second place Milan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete,
Or maybe
that.
first. Maybe
I like
first.
that. I like that confidence.
how do you feel about Inter?
Inter,
You have not. You guys have been constantly knocked out the past 2 Champions Leagues in the group.
Thanks for the,
Shakhtar is gonna
thanks for
put
the
them out of
reminder,
their
Marco.
misery again. They got Shakhtar again.
yeah, we have Real Madrid and Shakhtar, both
Yeah.
from last
Yeah,
year.
congratulations.
Uh,
Maybe it's gonna happen again.
Do you think?
Oops,
do you-
I did it again. They're gonna do it. They're gonna get out. They're gonna get out.
I
Brittany over
I
here.
think that Inter
Free Britney.
it's going to do well during the
Is she free?
championship.
I don't know.
And I think they're going to do well also in Champions League. I mean, I did not believe at Inter in the beginning because I didn't know whether Marotta was coming, he was going, and with everybody leaving, I thought he was going to go too. So I put him down, which I made a mistake, which I'm going to correct that. And Juventus, that was...
You have Inter 6th place.
I have a 6. I had a 5th.
All right, but I
He's
didn't
got a
know
fifth.
the...
You should be ashamed, Gaetano.
You should be ashamed. I think we're going to keep you on the podcast.
You should
I
be
think I have to
ashamed.
kick you off.
Well, they got some quality players, Inter, and you know, they did pretty good.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
Inzaghi, which I was not a great believer of Inzaghi, I think that his style is not too far from Conte, and I think that what I'm hearing is that it gives the players a little bit more liberty. They are a little bit to move around. It's not like Conte, which he was very strict
The
and
dictator is gone.
That
Right.
guy was
A
crazy.
Mancini,
and
like
Vidal,
Mancini.
you know, I think is benefiting from this because he's got a little bit more freedom to do. And look at the quality that they have up front. They got Dzeko, Lautaro is staying. I didn't know whether Lautaro was staying, and they were saying Lautaro was going.
He's trying every excuse
What do you mean?
right now.
Am I
Lautaro's
going?
going.
Hey,
You
midnight is not there.
want us to feel bad for you, Gaetano?
Midnight is not over, so we know. You don't know. You never
So-
know.
And now, like he said, Sanchez, I mean, if he comes back, he was hurt. We don't know
Yeah, no,
whether
that's
he was
true.
coming back.
And one,
The defense
You
was
had an
the
off night.
best defense.
You had an all
So-
night
just
when you
a
made that prediction. When you made that prediction, it wasn't very likely.
No, I said
Oh boy.
that once the mercato is closed, I should be able to
You only, right? You only, right?
He's trying to save
okay.
himself.
right?
No BS.
We said that.
No, we did say that. We did
Okay,
say that.
thank
I want
you.
to just also add.
Thank you.
I think Inzaghi, especially in the Hellas Verona game, he made 2 substitutions that I think Conte wouldn't have made. He took out Lautaro and put Correa, and he took out Brozovic to put Vidal. So, and those are 2 players that eventually led to the 2-1. Vidal threw ball to Darmian,
Darmian.
and then Correa scored.
No BS. You have to get out of this group.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, after 3 years of not getting out of the group stage,
No
you
excuses?
can't. No, not at all. Because besides Real Madrid, who, listen, because of the history and the team, they should be getting out of the
And they're
group
not
stage.
getting Mbappe.
Yeah,
So there's
but
no
I mean, Inter should be able to
No,
play.
they
Inter should be able to
rejected it
play.
He
for
said
Real
no.
Madrid.
Yeah. Can you believe that PSG can reject 180
Sure.
million for a guy that
It's free.
next year
Next
is going to
year.
go for free?
Goals.
They're
right
not taking the
there.
180 million.
Goals.
Yeah, but for
It's
them,
gonna happen. Something is
No, no,
happening.
it's
We don't
done
know
now.
until
Nah,
midnight.
but
Something is happening.
For them, 100 million is not a lot of money.
100
Anyway,
million.
for
PSG,
all
if you're watching, 100 million for us would go a long way.
Even
anyway,
half.
for all those
Here's your PO box.
these guys are from Qatar.
Help me, guys. I
These
need
guys,
help.
are, these guys are making $1 billion a day with the. If you think
Jesus.
180 million is nothing. Anyway, for all those Inter fans, your team is going up. Okay, it's going up.
the
So
moon.
I know that
So, Pete, you
you
won
might have
again.
criticized me, and you know something, Juventus is going to go a little down without Ronaldo.
He's really trying to get the Inter fans.
Gaetano, you had them in Europa
What a
League. You
Juventus
had them
fan
in
you
Europa
are,
League.
man.
What?
You had Inter in Europa League.
Inter in Europa
You had
League.
them 6th
I
place.
said, I explained it to you.
But
the
I'm just
reason
saying, you had them
why.
in 6th place.
Huh?
I give you a couple extra shots of limoncello.
You know this is going to get brought up every
Yeah,
single
I know.
podcast. I told you I was written
Because
down. It's
Gaetano,
always easy. I write
Gaetano
down.
never
you
says anything bizarre,
never
so
make
now
a
I
wild
gotta
statement
attack you
like
for that, you know?
Guys, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you Paramount for sponsoring our podcast. Make
The
sure you go to the
goats.
description. Go get Paramount Plus. Champions League is starting up. If you watch the draw, you could have watched it on Paramount Plus. Serie A is back. Guys, as
go,
always, talk to you soon. Ciao,
baby.
ragazzi. Thank you.
Ciao, guys.